Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of the duo group Ironman. In the last video, I reached 1,000 Seracnus KC, and then I went and did a bunch of chambers, and as you could see, I got very lucky. Got pet number 14. One of the bigger goals on this account is to get as many collection log slots as possible, and I'm at 806. And I feel like I haven't really been getting too many lately. I haven't really been going for them as hard, I guess. But I want to go for the forestry stuff because when they added forestry, shortly after it was added, they added all this stuff into the collection log. I mean, I had the lumberjack stuff from before, but I have all this other stuff to unlock. So I'm going to start off the video by doing some forestry. I'll just quickly go over this in case you didn't know. So when they added forestry into the game, they added a new currency specifically for forestry called anima infused bark, also known as anima infused. Okay, that was probably not the best joke to start the video with. Probably turn some new viewers away. But anyways, I have 7,400 of it. I've just been kind of doing this here and there with my AFK time. I feel like I haven't really read what these things are, but I probably should have bought some of these because I think they help you get extra stuff while you're woodcutting. The stuff you buy for forestry, all the collection log items and the other items too that aren't in the collection log, you buy from this dude. Now first, before we move on, today's video has objectively the best sponsor I've ever gotten and the best sponsor I will ever be able to have on this channel. I promise you this cannot be topped, and I'm super excited to say that's because today's video is sponsored by Jagex. For those of you that didn't already know, Jagex is the company behind Old School RuneScape, and they've sponsored this video asking for one simple thing: tune into Old School RuneScape's Summer Summit livestream on August 19th at 8 p.m. UK time or 3 p.m. Eastern or noon Pacific time, which is hosted on the Old School RuneScape Twitch channel, which is linked below in the description. Just like the Winter and Summer Summit from previous years, they'll be announcing what the plans are for OSRS for the rest of this year and into early 2024. Last Winter Summit in December had huge announcements like Desert Treasure 2, so tune in this time to see what's coming for this game that we all love so much. It's completely free to watch, you do not have to even have a Twitch account. Just check out the details in the description once again, and hopefully we can see you there. And thank you so much to Jagex for sponsoring today's video. The first thing I want to save up for is the clothes pouch blueprint, and the clothes pouch is just like an attachment to the forestry kit which you wear on your back, and you'll be able to store the lumberjack or forestry outfit inside your backpack, and you won't have to have it equipped, and that'll also save bank space, so I won't have to have the 4 separate items in the bank. It can all just be stored in here. And you do still get the woodcutting XP boost with your outfit inside the forestry kit, and I need 10k bark for that, so it's like 2,500-ish more to go. For doing forestry, what I've been doing lately is just going to World 2 for the Draynor Willows. I mean, I just don't know what else I should be chopping, like maples and teaks. I would essentially have an unlimited amount from Kingdom. For use and magics, I kind of already have an unlimited amount from doing PVM, like from Giant Mole and Zora and other PVM activities. So that kind of just leaves oak and regular trees and Arctic pine. I don't know. So I just figure willows is the best thing I should be doing. And Draynor Willows is just such a nostalgic place to be chopping trees at. So it's been nice here. And just to give you an idea of the amount of logs I have already, you can see them all in this row. All these willows I chopped, by the way. I don't think you get willows from PVM, or I don't think I've got them from any other sources. I'm pretty sure the only way to get the anima bark is by doing these forestry events. And I just realized I don't think you actually have to be chopping the trees in order to be able to do these. If you log into the world and there's already an active event going on, then I think you get reduced rewards. You don't get as much bark or XP. But if you're already on the world, I think you get the full potential. So what you could do is bank stand, like bank stand at the Draynor Bank, or maybe bank stand at the Seers Bank by the maple trees, and just you'll see the event spawn, and then you could just run up and do them. So if you don't actually want to chop willows for XP or for willow logs, then maybe you could find like a bank standing skill to do, such as crafting or herb lore. For main accounts, you could train any skill anytime you want in the bank because you could just buy supplies off the GE, but for Ironman it might be a bit more difficult since you actually have to have been collecting supplies to be able to do a bank standing skill. I just told Spookdog, I was like, hey, I have a good video idea for you. It could be Ironman bank standing skilling methods. So my Infernal Axe just ran out of charges for the first time. I think I was at like 13.7 mil fire making XP, I want to say. 400 400k XP is not a lot, not as much as I was expecting at least, but when you're using it on willows, and it goes by a lot faster. So let's recharge that. I have a lot of dragon axes. There's a really cool animation that you don't get to see too often, so let's just recharge that, and wow. When you chop trees with the Infernal Axe, there's a 1/3 chance that you burn the log, which will give you 50% of the firemaking XP that you would normally get from burning them. And after it burns 5,000 logs, then it degrades. When I was going for 200 mil woodcutting on my main, I sort of kept these maybe not completely accurate notes of my woodcutting XP and my firemaking XP in between the Infernal Axe charges, because I don't know, I just like keeping track of weird stuff like that. And it looks like chopping redwoods, I averaged about 900k firemaking XP. This guy with the T-bow has just been standing here watching people chop willows, and I just feel a little bit threatened. In today's news post, it said that giant seaweed now has a different inventory icon and model. It used to look like the regular seaweed. I brought this with me just to show you. So now you'll more easily be able to differentiate them without having to right click. I actually had no idea that that was even an update from today. I was thinking about giant seaweed because I was thinking of things that you could do while bank standing. And I was like, whoa, this looks different than it did before. And just by coincidence, it happened to be an update from today. Well, as of recording this, that's just really weird timing. And on the topic of bank standing while waiting for forestry events, I just came up with this list of ideas I just wrote out right now of things that you could do. And I tried to come up with like things that were more long-term for the most part. Things like crafting battle staves, I feel like that's not so much of a long-term thing you could do on an Ironman. Like you'd go through your stack generally in just a few minutes. So I tried to think of, for the most part, longer-term things you could do for a longer grind if you really want to grind out the forestry collection log. So feel free to pause here and take a screenshot if you want to use this list. Probably also worth noting that there's a bunch of forestry CCs where the people call out where like the rising roots or the different events are spawning at, and then people hop to that world and then do the events. Although the method's not as good as it used to be because they nerfed when you hop to different worlds. Like I said, you don't get the full rewards anymore. That might still be the most micro-efficient way to get anima bark, but if there's some certain skilling bank standing methods you've been putting off for a while, then this could be the perfect excuse to get those done. We just got the bee event, and it said if I had the bee on a stick, I would have received more rewards. I got 25 bark. The thing is though, that's the powdered pollen. It costs 300 bark, but when you buy, here I'll just buy one. Oh, I have to get willows. So I'll buy one. But the thing is, when I make this, will it actually make up for the 300 bark I spent? We'll find out next time we get the bee event. But first I have to actually I have to craft it. Let me use the diary cape to teleport to the flax keeper, because to make this, you have to be by a beehive. And then you need logs and a ball of wool, and we're doing it. You get 10 bee on a stick. And then I could probably just right click fill. And now those will stay in the forestry kit, and I assume they'll just automatically work while they're in the kit. Those single-use kind of items, or like the non-permanent items like that you use up while doing forestry, those are not part of the collection log. It's just like the permanent unlock stuff. Oh, when I was doing the flower event before, I was always getting 1 anima bark, but now it looks like maybe half the time I get 2. I think I got more woodcutting XP. That was, what, like 4k? And whoa, 255 anima bark. Okay, so even just one event already gives you an extra like 200 plus, maybe 250 if you include when you're checking the flowers. And I only used 1 bee on a stick. Okay, so this is definitely worth to have then. Every time the bee event spawns, people just complain about it, but clearly they're missing the bee on a stick because that seems like a great event to get anima bark. It's been a few hours of woodcutting today, and if we view the forestry kit, you can see I have over 10,000 anima bark. So let's trade the dude for the clothes pouch blueprint for 10k bark, and there it is, new collection log slot. And I guess craft, and there it is, the clothes pouch. Which, do I just attach that, or wait, no, I attach it onto the forestry kits. Cool, now I could take my outfit off and just put that in there. Okay, 1 piece at a time. And with the outfit in here, like I said before, you'll still get the set effect as long as you have the forestry kit on you. I just checked the wiki. It says the set bonus will apply whether you have the forestry kit equipped or in your inventory. But if you equip pieces of other outfits that give you a set bonus as well, like other skilling outfits or something like Inquisitor's armor, then the slots you have those skilling sets equipped, it'll disable the lumberjack woodcutting XP boost for those outfits. This will just allow you to wear Fashionscape outfits while you're woodcutting, as long as those outfits don't give another set effect. Next up, I want to save to buy the Forestry outfit, which is just a cosmetic upgrade to the lumberjack outfit. It looks like each piece is going to cost 1250 anima bark and 60 of every kind of log. This includes some that I don't already have. I definitely don't have Arctic pine, and then I don't think I have oak logs. I think I already spent all of my oak logs. Yeah, I don't need regular logs, but I'll need 240 of all the other ones. So I'll have to get my oak log stacked to 240 and then chop 240 Arctic pine. My redwoods are in my main tab over here because I like having it very accessible for birdhouse runs. So as you can see, I have almost 12k redwoods. Will not be running out of birdhouse logs anytime soon. I know this isn't the efficient spot to chop oaks, but it's the nostalgic spot to chop oaks, okay? Leave me alone. I got my 240 plus oak logs, and now I gotta chop the 240 Arctic pines, which are just all around the area here. I feel like these are a bit slower to chop, so I'm actually going to use the regular dragon axe instead to get done with it a bit faster. I just finished chopping the 240 Arctic pine logs, and now I have to save up 5k bark, and I'll just buy the full outfit, recolor it once. Ooh, okay, I just hopped into the Forestry world because I didn't see people in World 2, so I just hopped here. There's these yew trees next to the bank in Priff, and it is popping here, holy. This would be a good place to do your bank standing, or you could also train smithing. You could maybe like make cannonballs or dart tips or something while you're waiting for the forestry events to spawn. And I figure even though I don't actually need the yew logs, this place is just more AFK than the willows, because the willows are just like me. They only last for 30 seconds, but the yew trees, these last for almost 2 minutes. Very impressive. And I would chop redwoods normally, except the redwoods, you don't get the forestry events from them or anything else in the woodcutting guild. So this will be my AFK time thing to do. Yeah, the people at the bank are definitely specifically waiting for the forestry events, because now when the event's going on, there's not a single person at the bank, basically. By the way, the events are spawning way more often here than at the Willows. It's probably because there's a lot more people here than there were at the Willows, which, to be fair, I wasn't actually doing forestry in the official forestry world at the Willows. I really haven't been at the Yews that long, but there are so many events and I've just about run out of the bees on the stick. So I'm gonna just go and buy 5 more. I know it's kind of an investment when I'm trying to save my bark, but this will way more than pay for itself. And that is... oh, you make them one at a time. Oh, and you get Hunter XP for it too. I didn't notice that before. And there is plus 50 more bees on a stick, or bee on the sticks. Oh god, by default, when you shift click the forestry kit, it deposits all of your leaves into the bank instead of equipping it like how normally shift clicking would do from the bank interface. So make sure you set your shift click to be anything else but use, because this would get very annoying. Wait, can you withdraw these as notes, please? Okay. Wait, can you deposit them in here as notes? Oh, wait, I lied. You could just do use again and then it takes them all out of the bank. Oh, okay. This is the most satisfying thing when you get all 3 in the same spot and it's right next to the sapling for this event. Oh, I wish it could just be like this every time. A benefit of chopping trees in Priff is also the crystal shards, although it's 1 out of 80 no matter what kind of tree that you chop. So you don't get too many from yews, but if you were to chop teaks, because you chop them a lot faster, you get a lot more crystal shards per hour. Oh, I just got a virtual woodcutting level from completing this event. 102 woodcutting is 17.5 mil XP. I'm going to bed, but you can see my XP from today. I just barely didn't quite reach 10 hours of woodcutting, but that's okay. I got plenty of anima bark, and I can't wait to unlock even more collection log slots tomorrow. Allegedly, the XP you get at the end of an event scales based on your woodcutting level. So if I use the dragon axe spec here, let's see. I feel like that's more. I think I get like 3.1k usually. So check this out. You can see right now I'm getting around 120, 119, 120 XP per root. But then when I use the dragon axe spec, you'll see I'm now getting slightly more than that. So I think it's safe to say this confirms that the dragon axe spec does help. No way, the combination is MRM, and then someone called it out and someone's username is MRM. That is insane. What the? If you see a crystal impling when you're in the forestry world, there is no shot you will be able to get it. Okay, I just came over here and there was an event going, so that was convenient. But I have now saved up enough anima bark, actually more than enough. I'm currently up to 13k. So let's shop with the friendly forester. I think I should have everything here. So Let's buy forestry boots, forestry hat, forestry legs, and forestry top. And that is 4 new collection log slots. Okay, yeah, so I don't have the lumberjack outfit in here, which means it's not just like a separate outfit. You do actually need the original lumberjack outfit to upgrade it into this outfit. I'll take them out real quick just to show you what it looks like. And look at me, I am now a forester. Oh, that actually matches the backpack really well, except I am going to keep it in the backpack just to save bank space and not have to worry about always putting on the outfit. And even after that, I still have 8,000 anima bark left over, which means I can buy another thing. I can buy the log brace, which costs 3k along with 300 maple and yew log. So let's do that. And that is yet another collection log slot. If I was stranded on a deserted island for 1 year and I could only bring 2 RuneScape items with me, I would definitely choose the log brace and the Venator shard. And with the log brace, we can make that into the sturdy harness by using it with these items, and then use the sturdy harness with the forestry kit. And this allows you to attach the log basket onto the forestry kit. So now I can have this equipped and not have the log basket in my inventory. However, when you want to empty that into the bank, I think you have to unequip it, so I might not actually even end up leaving those 2 attached together because it seems really inconvenient. As you can see, as I'm chopping the willows, they are going directly into the backpack. There's nothing in my inventory or anything. It's just an open backpack. I just got an inventory of logs. Let's try banking. How is this going to work? Do I seriously just... I have to unequip this? And then... Wait. Use? Does that put all the leaves in here too? Oh no, it looks like you did just put the logs in. What if I do that again though? Oh, and then all the leaves go in. Okay, so the first time you use it, the logs go in. The second time, it puts all the leaves in too. I'm glad there is an option if you do configure, then you could dismantle. Because this is the forestry video after all, I want to give you another idea of something that you could do that's not woodcutting, but if you just want to wait for events. Depending on your agility level, you could run laps at the Seers course and just have your forestry stuff on you. And then whenever you come down here and you see there's an event going on, you could just do the event and then go back to training agility. As you can see, there's quite a few people that are doing that. So I guess people have already figured that out. Oh, and speaking of events, as soon as the event ends, all these people just leave and go back to doing agility, it looks like. Or maybe people are calling it out to like go south, I don't know. Anyways, there's another forester over here, and there is 1 item left to buy in the collection log, which is just the funky shaped log. And this is the recolor for the pet, which I do not have. But I would still like to get it just for the collection log purposes. And that is going to cost 500 of all the logs and 15k anima bark. Well, I think I was at 5k left. Yeah, 5k left. So it's going to take some time. In the woodcutting plugin, you could show this stats thing, and I'm getting 900 bark per hour. Or actually, maybe that's not keeping track. Maybe that was like counting when I was offline too, so maybe it won't be that long. Can I attach the forestry kit and the sturdy harness without putting the log basket on there? Oh no, you have to have all 3. Yeah, so the sturdy harness will just take up a bank slot, and I'll just keep doing what I was doing before. Hopefully Jagex will add some kind of extra option here to deposit stuff like for the fish barrel or the coffin from Shades of Morton, or now the log basket too. I'm gonna go to bed after this forestry event. It was not quite a 10-hour day today, but it was a 700k XP day today at least, so that's pretty cool. I'm still about 1 hour off from being able to afford that last thing for the collection log, so I will just finish that up in the morning. Could this be possibly the very last event I have to do? Is that gonna be 15k? It is just barely. All right, we can buy the last thing. Oh wait, I lied. Actually, I forgot. I need 500 of each of the logs. And again, all I need is oak logs and Arctic pine. See, this is group Ironman content. Me and my Duo teammate are doing forestry together. See? Oh wow, if you do this on the forestry world, there's actually a lot of people that are chopping the Arctic pines. I'm just curious, what's the GE value of all these logs you have to trade in to buy the funky log? Let's see, 1.5 mil. Okay, it's more than I was expecting, but yeah, I have all the logs now, so let's go buy the funky shaped log, and that is the last thing on the forestry collection log. Oh, it's green. I have finished the forestry collection log. Get it, log, because it's woodcutting. It's the collection log. I got the log on my log by collecting a lot of logs. So this funky shaped log, that's the recolor for the pet, which I do not have. And this now makes two items, or two items for pet recolors, which I do not have the pet for. I also have the Guardian's Eye from GOTR for the regular runecrafting pet recolor, and I do not have the RC pet. This will just be another bank slot taken up until I eventually get the beaver pet. And I guess I'm now done with Forestry Part 1 at least. I believe they said they'd be coming out with Part 2, I want to say in the fall maybe, where you'll actually have a use for these leaves. You get leaves just by cutting the trees. So as of right now, there's not a use for them, but eventually, supposedly we'll be able to make them into teas, so we'll see in a few months how that plays out. But just if you were curious about the numbers of the leaves I collected, then you could see them here. The woodcutting XP I gained in this video was over 1.4 mil, and then also from using the Infernal Axe. I didn't use the Infernal Axe for the use, maybe I should have. But at least I was chopping redwoods too. So here's all the fire making XP I gained. Okay, that's probably not even worth showing. And my total woodcutting XP is up to 18.4 mil. Make sure you check out my duo teammate Spookdog's channel, linked below in the video description, so you can check out her half the progress and see what she's been up to working towards max and whatnot. And with that said, next video, probably get back into doing some maybe raids or other kinds of PVM. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that you have a great day, and I will see you again next time.